Hello, new friends, and welcome to a day in the life of someone whose nervous system doesn't work. I live with multiple chronic illnesses and mental illnesses, but it's easier just to say that my nervous system doesn't work rather than trying to list them all. So, welcome to a realistic day in the life. Unless I have something I have to be out of the house for, I normally always wake up about 10 to half 10. My body doesn't really function well before this, especially not on a regular and consistent basis, so it's easier for me to get up a little bit later in the day. And of course, I had to show you my Halloween squishmallow that one of my best friends got me. So once I'm up, it's very much just a case of medication, food, and and trying to wake up properly. My husband usually brings me breakfast if he is home. He works from home a lot of the time, so that is really, really helpful to me and saves me some energy. And then it's medication time, of course. If you have chronic illness, you probably know yourself. Remember, there's no shame in taking medication for your mental health or for your physical health. You do whatever is best for you, my friend. I just had to leave in this also graceful moment because it is very much me, spilling things all down my top. Yes, I am still using this Halloween ghost plate that I got. I think it was from Home Bargains because I'm obsessed with it and I love Halloween. It's my favourite holiday, so I'm trying to deny the fact that it's over. I just had some chocolate spread and bread for breakfast with some strawberries, which was really nice, and some juice, of course, for hydration. And yet again, another Halloween item. Although I guess it can also count as Christmas because it's Nightmare Before Christmas, so it's okay that I'm still using it. After I eat, I have one more medication to take before I can start work and things like that in the morning. This one is a CBD oil. I am prescribed oils and medical cannabis from a private clinic in the UK for my chronic health conditions. Then it was time to do a little bit of work. These weird devices are just some migraine glasses and ear defenders to protect my ears because I'm sensitive to light and sound. After I did a good chunk of work, it was time for the good old chronic illness nap. It's important to note that this isn't like a nap for fun. It's my body has to take a nap. That's part of living with chronic illness. I'm not able to function for long periods of time without taking a rest. So most days I do have to have a nap in order to function. Once I get up, it's time for some lunch. And this day I made some cheese toasties in the air fryer, which is a new thing I've discovered. I got a weird crimping tool gadget thing from TikTok shop and it was like 60p and I'm obsessed. So I made some of those for me and my hubby. And going back to the fatigue we mentioned earlier, I do often have energy drinks to help me function. I know they are not great for my health, but some days I just would not be able to function without them. And unfortunately, I have to be able to function and I have to be able to work. After my very yummy lunch, it's time for midday medications. Thankfully, I only have one or two to take during the day. And yes, it is after 3 pm and I'm still in my pyjamas, but that's okay because I'm doing my best. Then it was time to get back to work for a little bit. After my nap and caffeine, I was feeling a lot more energized, so I got quite a bit of work done here, which was really, really good. Oftentimes, when you live with chronic illness, you just have to do things like daily tasks and stuff when you feel able to do them. It doesn't always follow like a traditional routine or an expected schedule because unfortunately, chronic illness is very unpredictable and symptoms can vary a lot, and you just have to work with what you've got. I was first diagnosed, I used to feel really bad about that, and I used to be really hard on myself, but I have learned now to work with my chronic illness and that it's okay if I do things differently. So this is me getting ready for a shower in the evening, and those weird ear things are to protect my ears from water because I have ear issues. I also managed to brush my teeth, better late than never. Woo! After I shower, it often takes a lot out of me, so I have to have the standard after shower chronic illness lie down. After a little rest, I was able to get dressed and go through the living room to sort out my hair and do a little bit of skincare. Probably things that most people that are able bodied would do in the morning when they get up. But as I said earlier, I have to do things on my own schedule or the schedule of my chronic illness, as the case may be. But it works, I make it work. For me, it's been very much a journey of learning to accept my symptoms and work around them and figure out ways to live the life, or as close to the life that I want to live, that I can with my chronic illnesses. It's important to remember that we're all different and other people with chronic illness might have different coping strategies and different ways that they do things or ways that they're able to function, and that's okay because we're all individuals. One of my symptoms is presyncope, which is essentially what happens just before you faint. I get very dizzy, I feel like the room is spinning, I can't see very well, and that was what you saw happening there. But I decided that for the time being to finish what I was doing and just see how things went. I also struggle with vertigo and migraines as symptoms of some of my conditions. So at this point, I wasn't sure exactly what was causing the feeling that I was having. Sometimes it can be hard to tell when you have so many different conditions and symptoms can overlap quite a bit. Since my symptoms were a little bit rough today, I decided to wear this top to remind myself that I am, in fact, strong and powerful. Because I also have issues with my heart rate, my cardiologist suggested that I get this Fitbit watch that has an ECG on it and it monitors my heart rate and it lets me know when my heart is too high or too low. It's a very important part of how I keep myself safe and how my doctors help me. So I try to remember to only ever take it off when I'm in the shower. So that was me putting it back on. And then you see the also stylish migraine glasses and ear defenders coming back in while I focus on some work. A little bit of pain there. That's me trying to get comfortable. If you know, you know. And here my co-workers come to join me. Oh, they are so adorable. I will say, though, that they do tend to sleep quite a lot on the job, which, in my opinion, is just rude. Just rude. This one, the spaniel, is Phoebe. She is my biggest dog and she is adorable. And the little chihuahua, she's a rescue called Princess. I did not name her, but the name does in fact suit her because she does believe that she is a princess. And to be fair, I would have to agree with her. So this is me getting back on with some work, but unfortunately you will see that my attempt to ignore my symptoms did not go so well because in a moment they start to get a lot worse. My heart was pounding and the room was spinning and I was just feeling very, very weak and sick and just very drained, I would say. I did manage to carry on after that and do a little bit more work. It's important to note that, like, these symptoms are normal things that happen pretty much daily for me. Sometimes symptoms are worse, sometimes they're better, but I can't stop everything as soon as they happen, so I usually try to keep going at first. Unfortunately, things just got worse, and you can see me checking my heart rate here and realizing that things are not going well. I was feeling very unsteady and like I might faint, so I had to go for a lie down. At this point, my vision was blurry, my heart was beating really fast, I felt breathless, the room was spinning. It was very, very unpleasant. I also had a lot of pain in my face and my head and my neck, and it was not nice, not nice to say the least. Thankfully, after a rest, I was feeling a little bit better, so I was able to get up and spend some time with my husband and my dogs to help me sort of come round and ground me a little bit and just make me feel a little bit more human. I tried using this ice roller thing. It's something I've started doing lately. I don't really know if it does anything like skincare benefit wise, but I find it really, really helpful for my facial pain and my migraines and also for my anxiety. I just find it really weirdly calming. I know that ice can do that. I've heard other people say that. But yeah, I've been finding it really, really helpful. Excuse the strange faces, but of course it's ice. It is very cold and it's quite a shock sometimes when you put it on your face. After that, I went to my little green medicine corner, which is medically prescribed and helps a lot with my pain and anxiety and vertigo, nausea, a whole bunch of things. It's really life-changing. Then after that, it was time to feed my doggies. You'll see my third dog in the corner there, the big fluffy one. She is called Tootsie, like a Tootsie Roll if you're in America. The two little ones are rescues, and our spaniel we got when she was a puppy from a breeder. That's my lovely hubby there, putting their food down. They're so cute, look at them. Before I became disabled, I used to work with animals, and they are one of my passions in life. I just love them. I find that they really keep you going, in my opinion anyway. After that, I took some more medication, of course, and then it was time for some crafts. Crafts is something that I just love. I find it calming. It makes me very happy. I like to try a whole bunch of different crafts, and that's quite often what I do in an evening if we're not going out for a walk with the dogs. Also, side note, don't worry, they had a walk earlier that day with my husband. Don't panic. I just wasn't up to it that day. But yeah, here's me finishing a project that I was doing, making some little hanging decorations. After that, we had some nachos that my hubby made, and they were really, really yummy. Cue the happy food dance. After we ate, I was having a lot of pain in my head and my ears again. So I have this really, really stylish head thing that has heated microwavable pads in each side of it. So I went to lie down with that for a little while, and that really helped. After that, I got back up to get ready for bed. Yes, you heard that right. Needs must. I needed to get up and change into my pajamas, take my medication, say goodnight to my dogs, all that good stuff. So that's what I did. I took all of my nighttime meds. There's quite a few that I take at night. There's some tablets, a nasal inhaler, and CBD and THC oil. One of the good bits about taking my oils, apart from the fact that they help, is that you have to have a little bit of something to eat before you take them. So tonight I had some Galaxy, and it was very, very nice. While I'm taking my oils and getting ready for bed, I just want to say that if you live with chronic illness, you are not alone. I see you, and you are loved, and you are valid, and you are worthy, and I know that you are doing your best, and I'm so proud of you. It is so hard to live with chronic conditions, it really is. And yeah, I think we're often quite hard on ourselves, but I just wanted to remind you that you're doing great. And I'm super, super proud of you. And I hope maybe you'll stick around, maybe hit the follow button, maybe leave a comment so I can follow you back or whatever, so that we can hopefully build a little community on here and support one another. I do also plan to talk about mental health and self-love, body positivity, all that good stuff. And you will sometimes see like bits of makeup and my dogs and stuff like that. So if you're into any of that, I hope that you will stick around. Also, please do let me know if you have any questions you'd like me to answer. I'm fairly open, although I don't talk about what my diagnoses are specifically, mainly just because there are a lot of them and it's complicated. And I can't always be bothered to list them all. It's just a bit depressing, to be honest. But I'm happy to answer most things, I would say. Then I said goodnight to my dogs. My spaniel Phoebe has a lovely little goodnight routine where she has to come for a cuddle in a case and bring her toy every single night, otherwise she doesn't settle for bed. So that's what you see in here. Then she brought us a toy and she goes to her sleeping area after that. She's such a cutie, she's such a good girl. Then before bed I managed to brush my teeth again, yay! This is just a reminder to celebrate the little wins. You deserve to cheer yourself on, especially when things are so hard. And then I went to bed, and it's been lovely having you guys with me. I hope that you enjoyed this video or found it educational or useful or relatable in any way. I'm sending you guys a ton of love, and I will see you all again soon.